I opted to rent a car today rather than fight the rain that I had to face going over the mountain pass that tends to have water spilling down the road and frequent mudslides that I take on my normally dry commute. And I got a Chevy Spark EV, which was actually pretty fun to drive. I mean, compared to the size of like the Honda Fit or even the gas version of the Chevy Spark, which is fairly underpowered, this is a pretty great car for the size in terms of velocity and acceleration and things like that. But the thing that I found quite a bit lacking was being able to rely on the charge to get me the 75 miles round trip that I commute. Now, the range of the car is projected to be 80 something on average, according to Chevy, and I've seen reports online of people being able to get as many as 95 miles to charge and as low as 65. But I thought I would try it out anyway. And what I found was that I ended up needing to charge both directions because of the elevation gain that burns through quite a bit of battery life on the way up both directions on my commute. And so I think, while the electric car is an interesting idea, and I know I've said some negative things about allowing electric cars in the HOV lane in the past, but I think the electric car, in terms of being an affordable commuter, this is $27,500, I think, with a $7,500 tax credit, so it's $20,000 after the tax credit in the U.S. But I just don't think it's going to cut it as a commuter for anybody that goes more than a few miles, because you have to charge, and the charge is slow. I was getting, I think, 12 hours or 12 miles per hour of charging time on the charging station that I was using, which I guess if you could leave it all day would be fine. But the thing is, working for a tech company in the San Francisco Bay Area, there are lots of Chevy Volts, Nissan Leafs, and Teslas to compete for the very limited number of charging spaces that are available. And this is the first Chevy Spark EV that I've actually seen. But in competition for those spaces, there just aren't enough spaces for the number of electric cars in the area. And so I think for me, the idea of having an electric car and not being able to count on getting home at the end of the day is a non-starter.